star of gladness gleaming, to cheer the wanderer lone and tempest-tossed. No storms can hide that radiance peaceful beaming, since Jesus came to seek and save the lost. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Give me the Bible when my heart is broken, when sin and grief have filled my soul with fear. Give me the precious words by Jesus spoken, hold up faith's lamp to show my Savior near. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Give me the Bible, all my steps enlighten, teach me the dangers of these realms below. That lamp of safety o'er the gloom shall brighten, that light alone the path of peace can show. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Give me the Bible, lamp of life immortal, hold up that splendor by the open grave. Show me the light from heaven's shining portals, show me the glory gilding Jordan's wave. Give me the Bible, holy message shining, thy light shall guide me in the narrow way. Precept and promise, law and love combining, till night shall vanish in eternal day. Break thou the bread of life, dear Lord, to me, as thou didst break the loaves beside the sea. Beyond the sacred page, I seek thee, Lord. My spirit pants for thee, O living word. Bless thou the truth, dear Lord, to me, as thou didst bless the bread by Galilee. Then shall all bondage cease, all fetters fall, and I shall find my peace, my all in all.
Good afternoon. Not to you. The old prospector here, ready to mine again in the Word of God with you. I look like an old prospector, don't I? In the words of the immortal Gabby Hayes. Right, correctly. I got chickens all the way down by the road, by Craigie. Hey, you chickens, get back up here. Ezra.
Hello.
We're going to need to send you out after the chickens. Hello, CJ. How you doing? Been a long time no see.
Yeah. I fixed it, by the way.
Good job. Better get moving, Ezra. And I mean, better get moving.
The Lord makes the pretty hillside shall be well. Hello, Laura.
Well, I got one come back up here. Now the other one will do it. Laura's here. Hey, there she is. Missed it in all of Ezra's tagging. Oh, here the other one came on back up, Ezra. Don't worry about it. He's probably already gone out and left the room already. It already came back up, Ezra. You're too slow. Yeah, but I'm going to need him on the Bible here pretty quick. How's your day going so far, Sister Laura? CJ's is going real fine.
Stressful.
CJ, I don't know if Ezra shared it to the readers chat group or not. Could you do that for me? See if he did or not.
He did not.
No, I got one. Laura thinks her day left her behind, and it's still going, but she's here. We're glad you're here, sister. We got a bucket from an auction, or not from an auction, from a garage sale there last weekend. O'Shea did, and amongst the things that were in the bucket, O'Shea did. Thanks for that, CJ. Among the things that were in that bucket was the mummified remains of a mouse. I told the kids to dispose of said mummified remains of mouse and the nest that it was in. But it's still sitting at the edge of my step ramp, where it now has about a quarter of a bucket full of water from yesterday. So they're adding insult to injury to that poor mummified remains of a mouse by drowning it. It has turned out to be a gorgeous day, as you can no doubt tell. Hello, Pat. How you doing, brother? I mean, look at how lovely it is out there. Just gorgeous, sunny. CJ wants to be a taskmaster. All righty, all righty. Fine.
What?
Well, you know what Moses did to the taskmaster, don't you?
Don't remind me of that.
I'm not Moses.
I gotta eat sometime.
Our vein that we're going to be examining today is the 23rd Psalm. And what a wonderful psalm. It has brought consolation to so many. Did anybody tag Sam? Brought consolation to so many people over its history. Psalm of David, it reads thus: The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guideth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and loving kindness shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of Jehovah forever. Good afternoon, Reba. As I read through it, I notice several nuggets here. And indeed, the entire psalm is one huge nugget, as it were. Let me read to you from the McCord translation, the Everlasting Gospel by Hugo McCord. Yahweh is my shepherd. I lack nothing. In all of our spiritual life, God provides everything. Jesus is our shepherd. In fact, Jesus said so in John chapter 10. I am the good shepherd, he says. David says, I lack nothing. David was a shepherd. He began life as a shepherd boy, caring for his father's sheep. Yahweh is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters, says the American Standard. McCord says, he sees to it that I lie down in green pastures, where I have enough food. He leads me beside quiet waters, where there's nothing to interfere with my drink. I have enough food. I have enough water. My daily needs are being met because God sees to my daily needs. Jesus said, are you not worth more than the birds of the air and the grass of the field? Matthew chapter 6. God will see to your daily needs. David continues, he keeps on refreshing me. He restoreth my soul. He keeps on refreshing me. He guides me in right paths for his name's sake. Since God is a righteous God, He's going to lead you down the right paths. He keeps on refreshing me. He never stops. And He keeps on guiding you down the right way. We've talked before about how it's not in man to direct his own steps because God knows the future. God knows what's going to happen. We don't. God knows when we need sustenance. God knows when we need refreshing. God knows the path that we need to take. In fact, Jesus said, strive to enter in the narrow gate, the straight way, the straight gate, the narrow way. He said, I am that way. That's found in both Matthew chapter 7 as well as John chapter. I just had a brain fart. John chapter, I want to say 10 as well, but I think it's in 14. Yep, John 14, verse 6. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Jesus says, I am the way. He guides me in the right way, the right paths for His name's sake. Because He is God, because that's what He does. He leads me rightly. David says, though I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, though I walk in the valley of death's shadow, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and staff, they comfort me. Even when I'm near to death, when death is threatening me, I can walk secure because you're here guiding me with your rod and your staff. That means when I'm tempted to stray, that rod is there to keep me back from wrong. If I set one foot out of place, that staff is there to correct me and drag me back. David says, I'm not going to fear evil because your rod, your staff, they're there comforting me. They're there pulling me back into doing what's right. Even in death, you're right there with me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. How secure are we that we can eat our meal even though our enemies are thronging around us trying to kill us? We can still sit down in peace and eat our food. You anoint my head with oil. You've poured blessings upon me, blessings and blessings. Hello, Alicia. You've given me, you've presented a feast for me. You've blessed me. You've filled my cup to overflowing with blessing. Surely, he said. I mean, even in face of my enemies, all of this is happening. My enemies have no choice but to look upon your goodness to me and be jealous. See your goodness for me and to perhaps think upon your goodness. Surely goodness and kindness will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Yahweh forever. The desire of the Lamb is to dwell in God's house forever. Isn't that our desire? As a Christian, we look forward to the day when we are at home with God in heaven. In that day, it won't matter how much riches we have, how many, whether we have a mansion in heaven or not. It don't matter. What will matter is the fact that we are with God. We are dwelling in heaven with God. That's all that matters. David, the psalmist, says, surely goodness and kindness will follow me all the days of my life. Why? Because I'm dwelling with you now, and I will dwell with you then. As long as you are my shepherd, I will lack for nothing. Goodness and kindness will follow me, will be with me, will be given unto me, will be flowing from me all of my life, because you are my shepherd. And because of that you are my shepherd, I will be in your fold. John chapter 10. Jesus says, the doorkeeper opens to him, speaking of the shepherd. He who enters, verse 2 of John chapter 10, through the door is the shepherd of the sheep. The doorkeeper opens to him, and he calls his own sheep by name. They hear his voice, and he leads them out. When all of his sheep are outside, he walks in front of them, and they follow him because they know his voice. They will not follow a stranger, but will run from him because they do not recognize the voice of strangers. I am the door, verse 9. If anyone enters through me, he will be safe and go in and out and find pasture. I am the good shepherd, verse 11, who lays down his life for the sheep. I am the good shepherd, verse 14. I know my sheep, they know me. I know the Father as the Father knows me, and I lay down my life for the sheep. I have other sheep that are not of this fold. I must also bring them in, and they will hear my voice. There will be one flock and one shepherd. Jesus is the good shepherd, and we will dwell in his fold forever. What's powerful nugget that we can add to our bottle from the 23rd Psalm? Is the Lord your shepherd? Will goodness and mercy follow you? Goodness and loving kindness? Will you dwell in his fold, in his house, all the days of your life, forever? The old prospector here, signing off, saying I'll see you in the next adventure.